So yeah. Speaking of fighting, got Jujutsu Kaisen episode. I don't remember the number. Was it 11, 12,
You didn't even do an intro.
13? You're right. I didn't. We just talked. What's up? It's the Weekend Weaves podcast. Back on October 7th, 2023. I'm Alonzo. Here with my co-host Jason, and we got
October
Jujutsu.
17th.
It's October 17th, right?
I thought you said 7.
No. October
Okay.
17th. I don't know. But we got JJK, Rurouni Kenshin 2023, and Undead Unluck. So, yeah. Why don't we just get into JJK here? How'd you,
Yeah.
I forgot, you said a little bit about the episode. I think it was just
Yeah,
about
in the
Nobara,
previous-
though.
I was saying about how, oh, no. That was, I texted you that. But I did mention the thing about, Toji, though. And it showed it this episode.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, it'll probably happen next episode. And it did happen. She was like, usually when I manifest or have somebody come back, I try to separate. I purposefully don't bring their soul back. But for like situations like this, so they can't take over the body of the user. And she was like, this can't be possible. And then he was like, well, that just means my body was stronger than his soul. And then she was like, a body being able to take over a soul is unheard of. And then he just, beat the hell out of the old lady.
It's so funny, like, this picture specifically of Toji about to punch the grandma in the face is, like, so funny because in, like, the character details for Toji, like, Gege writes that he's, like a gentleman, but not gentleman. He's, like, a ladies' man, but also, like, he's depicted,
Ruthless.
like, beating up, like, multiple women in the show.
Who else did he beat up?
He shot Rico in the head.
Oh, okay, but that's like she was the bounty.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's just funny. And then he's not shown beating up the other lady, but he probably like apprehended her or whatever. I just think it's funny, this picture specifically.
Oh yeah, he just tied her up and was like, "Don't there's no reason to fight back or something like that." Like
Yeah.
she was trying to fight him, but she probably, like you said, just apprehended her.
It's just funny though. Do you think that Toji and Megumi are gonna meet?
Yeah, I think Toji's going up there right now, or he went to go take. Isn't he going up there? Go help him?
Megumi took Ino.
Oh yeah, because
he got beat up.
yeah, because he fell off the building and then they caught him.
Yeah,
And then, but yeah, they're gonna see each other for sure. I think so.
I hope so. I would feel like I'm holding in like a sneeze if they just miss each other this entire arc. I also don't know what Toji's gonna do, if he's just gonna like get out of Shibuya or he's gonna actually do things.
I
Because
think
like
he'll
I don't
probably
know,
see what's going on, and then determine if he wants to. I mean, he doesn't like
like
the
which
sorcerer,
side
so.
he would pick if he would.
He doesn't like sorcerers, so he'll probably help the
The curses.
yeah, or probably like a little bit of both,
This
he
is
doesn't like
interesting.
he doesn't like the sorcery world. You know, like he was like, his whole thing was he was trying to defy them and prove them.
Right.
So,
But
I mean, this is his opportunity, especially if he finds out Gojo is sealed. He's gonna be like, oh yeah,
like what I was thinking, he could go that route, but also right before he died, he did show that he did trust and respect Gojo to an extent because he asked him
Yeah.
to take care of Megumi.
Well, he told him where he was. He didn't say take care of him. He was just like, you can do with that information as you wish.
Oh,
But
come on. That's
where he's at.
That's the I'm not really asking, but I'm asking you right before I die. Like, you know,
I mean-
you don't have to take care of my fucking 6, 7-year-old, but you know, he's right here if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, but he told him, he was like, the clan is gonna come looking for him. So if you don't go get him, then they'll get him. But
Yeah. I feel like he'll help. I feel like he would want Gojo back.
We'll see.
In my opinion, I think that's the side he would choose. I don't think he would side with curses.
I don't think he's gonna side with anybody. I think he's gonna kind of do his own thing. But
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Um, and then after that, it was just Nobara. Well, Nanami
getting
was
trash.
walking around looking for
She's
people.
garbage, bro. Not gonna
Nobara.
lie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad display.
I thought she was way better because the end of season 1, she was fighting
Yeah.
the special grades with. Even though Yuji was really carrying her, let's be honest, she would have died if Yuji wasn't there. Like he literally had to grab her and just like run away. She was kind of more of a.
That's true. She's a long range.
She was more in the way than anything, but then she was able to showcase like her secret technique or her special technique or curse technique. I said everything but curse technique, and like
Her
it was like
Bankai.
crazy. She had the doll and it was like upgraded from what we seen before. So I was like, okay, like her her secret technique was really cool, but yeah, she's definitely lower level than Megami and Itadori by a lot. She's like
Yeah.
definitely
I was
nowhere near
surprised
them.
to see
And
that.
Nanami kind of was like, like just run. He was like, just leave. You're just gonna get in the way. Like everybody we're gonna fight going forward is gonna be special grade and above. So you're not ready for that. So just leave. Which I think is cool, but I don't think she should have lost to this dude. Like I don't think he did anything that was
I don't
crazy,
think so
and
either.
I don't understand how she didn't realize the sword could move. Like I don't know. I feel like it was just a lapse of just IQ in the battle. You know what I mean? Like how do you not notice his sword is moving?
I don't know. Like, when did she? She doesn't find out the sword moves, I guess, until after
Until she
he
gets
throws
her,
it the
the other
first
girl
time.
gets well,
Her,
she kind of figures it out after the girl starts screaming while she's running away. He's like, "What? What happened?" And then when they go there, he's like, "Oh, the sword? How
yeah,
did that happen?" And then the other dude was also like, strength isn't everything. It's also about like being smart. And then she thought she had him, and then he like made the ceiling collapse on her, and then he punched her in the face like through the sword, and it punched her in
yeah.
the face and like dazed her. And I'm like, yeah, bro.
Like this reminded me of, like, um, it kind of reminded me of like, you're in like a battle royale game, and like your teammate goes down, and like you're trying to like hold the enemy back, but like they're like doing too much, and they just end up killing your teammate anyway while they're down. Like that's what it reminds me of. Like she could not stop him from moving at all, and he like ran such a far distance and kicked her on the ground, and then
Yeah, yeah,
she still couldn't hit him, and then she got clocked in the face with a fist sword, like a Shigaraki fist,
yeah.
and got stunned.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. She just went down like crazy in terms of my like, and where I thought she was at is like I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. And this dude is just a bum. Like I don't even think he's good. Like they didn't explain his curse technique yet. He was like, I don't even know how my curse technique works really, but it just happens. I don't know what his is.
I feel like it has something to do with like taking less damage or damage nullification or something. Because
Why? Because he got punched in the face by Nanami, and
yeah,
it
because
didn't
he
really.
says something about like if it wasn't for my curse technique, I would have died. Like after the first time he got hit. So
Yeah,
it probably has something to do with that, or maybe like slowing things down. Possibly, maybe that's why he's so good at dodging things. I don't know, but this is my favorite scene of the episode. I think this is everyone's favorite scene.
yeah. Nanami turned to Batman.
He kicked him and sliced him. He didn't do nothing.
Yeah, he was just a wall, and then
And
he
then
wrapped his hand around with his handkerchief,
just
punched him
smacked
in the
him.
face.
I think it's interesting how he drew it versus like how the anime, like like he really tried to show like the movement of his body, like that it took
Mhm.
after getting punched. I just think
I
that's
mean, he
interesting.
flew. I mean, on the anime, he flew into like the freaking wall. It
Yeah,
was just like stuck. I still think it was like a lot of movement. I don't get. I guess his body didn't like bounce on the ground, but then he punched him again into the other store across the street,
yeah.
and he was like, "Tell me how many of you are there and what's your plan." and he was like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
The voice actor did a great job, and the sound and like the OST or whatever, because it was like really like it was kind of scary in a way. Even though I wasn't really scared, I was kind of still like rooting them on. But it was definitely very serious. You could feel the seriousness. And I read this morning that the voice actor actually asked to re-record his lines for this scene because he wanted it to be more scary or more serious than I guess his original recording.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he actually went back and did the version that we heard, which I thought was cool. And the animation was cool as well. So yeah, just Nanami beating them up. And then that was it. And then there's this part, which isn't in the anime. Do you mind if I show you this part? I don't even know if it'll be in the anime.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's just a bunch of transfigured humans fighting.
Well, there's like a character.
Humans.
There's like a character on the sorcerer side that shows up. I don't know if they're gonna show it in the anime because Yuji's already in like the train station.
Is he already in the train station? I don't think he made it there.
Yeah, he made in the episode. Chozo was like Yuji Itadori, and then he like got in his stance, and then Yuji was looking at him, and they were looking at each other.
Chozo,
the blood manipulation curse.
Oh yeah, he did run down there and he seen him. Yeah. Okay. That did happen.
But honestly, this is such a minor thing, you probably won't even care.
Oh yeah, I don't mind.
So he just like walks around this bridge and he's like, oh, there's so many transfigured humans. And then this guy's here and he's like, salmon. And he's like, oh, Inumaki. And then he says, salmon. And then that's it. And then he goes downstairs.
So yeah, I guess that wasn't like a huge deal. I mean,
yeah,
you kind of assume who's all here because we've seen a few people already. So yeah.
I wonder where Toto is though. I definitely need to see some Toto this season. But yeah, I think that was it for this episode. The animation for an anime scene was really good.
It was a whole thing with what's her name meeting the fake ghetto and getting put in the infinite domain.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Like, what the heck?
I completely forgot about her.
He said, I guess that's it for that episode. I'm like, what?
No, that was okay. I forgot about that. I didn't even. Where is that?
And then she was like, she couldn't tell if it was him or not because he was able to use all his curse techniques and draw forth, those cursed spirits. And she was like, did I read this wrong? Did Gojo and him plan this? And then she was like, no, that can't be right. So she's kind of like scrambling on trying to figure out like what's going on. She also killed that one dude who was considered special grade, pretty much made easy work of him and explained like, basically I judge a life based on what they can do for me. So if you can't do anything for me, then your life is worthless. And then she was like, what do you judge the people you kill on their life? And he was like, I don't know. And she was like, that's your first mistake. You don't have a system to gauge whether or not the people you are killing are worth or worthless. And then she killed him. And then her brother was just clapping in the background, like to her speech. And then fake ghetto shows up. And it's like long time no see. He's acting like he's the real ghetto. And then she's like, nah, this can't be real. And then she was like, did Gojo mess up? Blah, 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 blah. And he was like, all right, well, if you can get past this thing, then you can fight me. And then he unleashed like some cursed spirit.
It was the smallpox curse.
Oh, yeah, the smallpox curse, yeah. Which I can see why that could be like a giant cursed spirit, especially because spirits manifest off of like negative or positive emotions. So during like the smallpox, when that was a pandemic.
Yeah.
So there technically should be a COVID
COVID curse.
A COVID curse, yeah. And it should be special grade.
That made me
think plague curse too.
That made me think of like it also reminds me of Chainsaw Man with the devils, but with this when the smallpox curse came up, and then also with like the grasshopper, like the locust curse, and there being specific curses for like specific events or like tragedies, it made me think like, is there like something for everything? Like, is there like a herpes curse or like a AIDS curse or a World War II curse or a slavery curse.
I mean, there probably is. I mean, the creator could probably do that, but he probably, selectively chooses which ones.
Yeah, because I
But
immediately
yeah,
thought of like the Civil War, and like I could imagine like I don't know, like Abraham Lincoln, like using Jujutsu sorcery against like the slavery curse. Like, can you
yeah,
imagine?
but I mean, that's such a huge stretch because you got to remember, like, well, we don't know if there's American sorcerers yet.
Yeah,
Are
but
there?
still, no, we don't know. But I just thought it was funny to think about,
But yeah,
like the British Army curse, the Mayflower. But let me see. See, that happened, and then it used the domain expansion, and she lived through it.
oh yeah, I mean, you don't die immediately.
Well, he like
You
dropped
still gotta,
like a
you still
rock
gotta
on her.
beat him. Yeah, he dropped like a rock and then something else, and then she broke through it. She was like, "This is the first time I've been," or she was like, "When's the last time I've been in danger?" And then her brother was just like, I don't know," or something like that.
I think he was
But
just like
yeah,
hype. At first, he thought like she got
he
hit.
thought she was finished, but then when she
Yeah,
got out, he was like, "Yeah." So it was good. It was good. Nora Barra or whatever her name is. I don't know. That I feel like that was such a waste of screen time. Uh,
it's just
you
a
know what I mean?
show.
Like I don't know. Like why did we just do this just to see her get clapped? You know what I mean? Like
Maybe just to
I
show
guess
the
it just
different
showed.
levels.
Yeah, the power scaling. It did show the power scaling, but it's just like it was such a long like big part of the episode. You know what I mean? Like that was
Yeah,
a third of the episode. Her trying to chase this dude and failing, and then getting clapped. And then he honestly could have killed both of them, but he, the evil villain thing. They gotta talk trash and just rub it in instead of just finishing the job. I was honestly ready for her to die. I was like, yeah.
she thinks she's
She was
gonna
one.
dead.
She was one of the people I predicted to die. It's crazy. Before this episode, I was like, because well, I'm not gonna say. I've heard how many people are supposed to die, um, in this arc.
Like who
So
exactly, or just the amount?
no, just the number
Okay.
of people that die, but not who exactly. I just know the number. And I thought she was going to be one of the people because I was thinking, I'm like, if anyone would die, I think it would be her, and then somebody else who I would be upset about dying, but I'm not going to say who I think it might be. I don't know if it's him or not. Well, I mean, it didn't really give it away because it's him. I mean, there's only a few women in this show that we know, but so yeah, I was like, she might die because she's like not as strong as Yuji and Megami. But I didn't think she was like this week. So when I seen this, I was like, oh yeah, damn, that's kind of crazy. She might die right here, and I would be okay with it. Honestly, I'd be like, yeah, you're
I'd be
pretty.
upset if she died there.
Really? Would you?
Yeah, I feel like she has more potential than that.
And then to think about it, I guess I didn't even look at it like. Well, I guess this doesn't count. I guess that doesn't count because that wasn't during the Shibuya arc or the Shibuya incident when Mekamaru died.
Yeah. Wait, I was speaking of Mekamaru. In the anime, they didn't show it, but I think this confirms that they saw his body.
Oh, that's Mekamaru.
Yeah.
Well, they did show that in the anime. It was like super fast. It was like
Okay.
a quick. It was just like
Oh
quick
wait,
glimpse. I don't think that's
is
Mekamaru.
this
That's the kid
Mekamaru?
from. No, that's the dude from. Remember when he went to go do his mission? Him and Nanami used to be
Oh,
best friends when they were younger.
I think the scar made me think this is Mekamaru.
But
I guess
remember,
not.
it was like they had the meme with it was like never back down, never what? And it was
Yeah.
him. It was him and Ghetto, and they were sitting on the bench, and then. But that's the guy that was Nanami's best friend back when they were, in
Okay.
school. And then he went on his mission and he came back dead. So yeah. So that's what made Nanami feel like that. Because that dude wanted to become he wanted to become a sorcerer too. The
Yeah.
that's what Nanami was saying. He was trying to
Who?
become a sorcerer.
The
The
guy who
guy that
just
got
sets the
stabbed in the back.
veils.
Yeah, yeah. He said he was working on trying to become a sorcerer.
Yeah. Okay.
Did he say he's dead fully? Because he was carrying his body like he's super
He
injured.
didn't say he was dead. He said that he was in bad shape,
Yeah,
but
get
I
him
think
to
he
a
alluded
hospital.
to him still being alive.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see.
So
man.
yeah.